Hello, good day. This is Engineer Marcus from marcusaustria.com. Easy Engineering, learn engineering the easy way. I'll make it easy for you. So if you want to learn and make your calculus easy, now is the time. So keep on watching. Okay, our first topic is the very first topic in differential calculus, which is the function. Okay, function. So let's define a function. What is a function? Okay, a function is an ordered pairs of numbers, okay, numbers xy, such that to each value of the first variable, okay, the first variable is let's say x. Okay, to each value of the first variable x, there corresponds a unique value of the second variable y. Okay, function is an ordered pairs of numbers x, y such that to each value of the first variable x, there corresponds a unique value of the second variable y. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Okay. Example, given area of circle, say pi r square, where r is the radius, a is the area. Okay? For every value dito sa r, the radius, there corresponds a value for the area of the circle. That means area is the function of radius, or symbolically that is a function of radius. Or pwede rin itong basahin as a equals f of r. Okay? Yung common, no? So, in general na lang, lagay natin. In general, okay? Kulang ng r. General, so in general, xy ang gamitin natin, xy. For every value of x, there corresponds a value for y. Ano yun? Y is a function of x. Okay? So, ang basa dito is y equals f of x. Okay naman, y is a function of x. Yon. Okay? Now, parang ganito lang, class, no? Dagdagan natin. X is the input, y is the output. Yon. So, kung anong in-input mo, meron ka ngayong output. Okay? So, yung x, yung first variable x, is also called the independent variable. The y, second variable y, is the dependent variable. Okay. There you go. Now, bigyan natin ng magandang yung drawing. Yung example na binigay sa atin before when we were in high school or during our college days. I mean, algebra days, no? Kasi yung iba rito, nagdumaan ng first year, ibang course, no? Ibang courses, nag-algebra, trigo, geometry, solid mensuration, bago mag-calculus. And that was before, ganun yung setup. Pero ngayon, meron pa rin mga ganung courses. Pero karamihan, especially engineering, pag nag-first year na sila, differential calculus agad yung subject. Yung algebra, trigo, geometry, Ayan, kasama na dyan yung plane, yung solid, and the analytic, no? Kinuha na nila yan during high school or nung K to 12 nila, no? Okay. So, itong first topic natin, ang function, ano to, parang review na rin nga lang to. Ito yung first topic kasi, the very first topic in differential calculus. So, yung example ng mga teachers natin before, kung naalala nyo pa, no? Ako naalala ko pa. Ito daw ay function machine. Example lang, no? So, itong function machine, meron itong input. Let's say, ito, input niya. So, kung may input, of course, meron din siyang output. Okay? And dito, ito, nasa loob ng rectangle, assuming rectangle yan, okay? Meron daw ditong function, tawagin nating f of x. Okay? So, kung ano man ang input dito, ipaprocess nung machine mo. Okay? Then, may lalabas diyang output. Example na lang natin yung, okay, magbigay tayo ng example dito sa loob. Let's say, meron given function, say binomial, para madali lang. So, let's say we have here a x square plus 4. So, this is your function. Ang sabi, kapag daw nag-input ka dito sa function machine mo, may lalabas siyang output. Yung input mo, ipaprocess nung iyong function machine. So, in this case, ang pag-process niya, pag may nakita siyang x, i-square niya muna, then add 4. So, ang ating input, na pag-usapan na natin kanina, that rx is the input, in yung example natin. So, let's say, meron akong value rito, lagyan ko ng value which is 1. Yan yung unang input. So, ang gagawin niya, pa-process niya yung 1. Pag nakakita siya ng x, pa-plug in niya doon sa substitute niya yon sa x. So, 1 square plus 4. So, therefore, ang iyong output is 5. Okay, another example is, paano kung 2? O ganun din. So, 2, pasok dito sa function machine. The function is x square plus 4. So, isa-substitute niya yung 2 dun sa x. So, 2 square, which is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. O another one, let's say 3. 3 square plus 4, that is 9 plus 4, which is 13. Tama ba? 3 square plus 4, 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay, and so on. Lagyan natin. And so on. And so on. Pwede rin dito. Pwede ka mag-input ng 0. Pwede ka rin mag-input ng negative numbers. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin, itong mga values na to, kasama na yung and so on. No? Yan. Etong una, we call this domain. Yun. Ito namang nasa baba, range. Okay? Alam ko, familiar na kayo dito. Review lang ito. Okay? We define first. No? Review na nga lang din. Define muna rin natin ang domain. Okay? Domain of a function. And range, of course. No? Range. Okay, what is the domain of a function? Domain of the function is a set of all values taken on by the independent variable. Taken on by the independent variable. Or, pwede rin naman yan na the set of all possible input value. Yun. Input value. Lahat ng pwede. So, in this case, yung ating example, ito pwede to. So, 1 is a domain o part nung pwede, no? Mga input, mga possible input values. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Kasama na rin yung 0, negative 1, and so on. Doon, papuntang kaliwa. Ganon din naman dito sa range naman. I-define din natin. So, what is a range? Range naman is a set of all values, okay, taken on by the dependent naman ito, dependent variable. Okay? Or, pwede rin sabihin na a range is the set of all possible output values. Okay? O, lagay din natin. Set of all possible output. Okay? Values. Output values. Or, pwede rin outcome, no? Pwede rin yon range. Ito yung dalawang sikat, no? Dalawang sikat na magkapatid. Yan, domain and range. Yung isa, independent. Other one is the dependent. Yung set of all values niya. Possible input and the possible output. Yan yung sikat. Meron bang hindi sikat? Meron. Meron ba yung kapatid yung nasa gitna? Ang tawag nila doon, codomain. Okay? So, kung meron kayong time, yan, paki-search nyo yan sa Google, no? Assignment. Okay, so let's have some problem solving, no? Example dito sa domain and range. Oh, how would you solve for the domain of the function and range of the function? So, example number 1. Okay? What is the domain of the function, of the given function? Let's say the function is, let's say x or y is equal to x square. Yun na rin gamitin natin, no? X square plus 4. Okay. So, ang tanong is domain. Ito yung question. What is the domain of the function? Okay. So, the domain, so for your solution, so the domain of the function is, anong unang gagawin? You solve for y. Okay? Solve for y. So, dito sa ating problem, y equals x squared plus 4, itong function natin, no? Sinolve na yung y. Meaning, y is this x squared plus 4. So, you don't need to solve for y. Pero kung yan ay, let's say, 4x minus 4y equals x squared plus 2. So, kung merong ganon mahaba, tapos yung y may coefficient pa, so, kailangan mo siyang isolve. But in this case, again, mag-isa na lang yung y. So, yan na yun, no? So, kung mapapansin mo, that y is equal to x squared plus 4, eto, yan, masasabi natin that y is a polynomial. In this case, this is a binomial, no? Two terms, binomial. So, y is, lagyan na natin polynomial, no? Y is a polynomial. Therefore, pag nakakita ka ng ganyan, that this is a polynomial, or in this case, it's a binomial, no? Ang sagot dyan, ang magiging domain mo, the domain is, lagay na nga natin, this is a polynomial. So, in this case, this is a binomial, okay? Ang domain natin is all real numbers, okay? All real numbers. Lahat pwede. Pwedeng 0, pwedeng 1, negative 1, negative 2, positive 4, so on and so on. Walang, walang tigil, no? So, yon, all real numbers. So on and so on. Basta real numbers. Now, sa mathematics o sa algebra, nung ginawa natin to, meron tayong mga notation kung naalala nyo pa. So, paano ba sinusulat yon? Ang sabi, dito naman, no? The domain is the set of all x's such that the x is a member of real numbers. Yon. So, ganyan ang notation, di ba? Naalala nyo pa? Yung bracket, ang ibig sabihin yan, the set, ito naman, of all x's, itong bar na to, yung vertical line, such that x, itong parang e na yan, a member of, and this symbol, actually this is a special symbol used for real numbers. So kung babasahin mo yan, the set of all x's such that x is a member of real numbers. So that is your domain. Or simply, the domain of the domain of the function is all real numbers. Okay? So, punta tayo dito. Okay? So, y equals x squared plus 4. And how about, same problem, no? So, example number 2, but same problem, y equals x squared plus 4. Ang question naman dito is the range. So, what is the range of the function, this function? Okay, so, for your solution, in the first example, yung first step mo is to solve for y. So, in finding the range of the function, here, you will solve for x. Yun. Solve for x. So, y is equal to x squared plus 4. Okay? So, how would you solve for x? Ano yung turo sa atin? Transpose to the other side, magbabago ng sign. Okay? In this case, ilipat natin yung x squared, negative x squared. From positive to negative. O yung y naman, lipat natin din sa kabila. Equals negative y plus 4. Okay? Then, multiply everything by negative 1. Okay? So, ilan yan? X squared, negative times negative is positive, negative times negative, positive y, minus 4. Okay? Then, x, solve for x, pwede itong square root mo both sides, no? Square root, take the square root of both sides, or pwede rin naman you raise everything to 1/2. Parehas lang din yon. So, x is equal to the square root of y minus 4. Pero take note, square yan, two values, plus or minus. Ayun. Na-solve mo na ngayon yung x. Now, what is the range of the function? Yung kanina, kapag nakakita ka ng polynomial, binomial, trinomial, ang sagot doon, all real numbers. Okay? Dito naman, pag nakakita ka naman ng radical, no? Ingatan mo rin to, radical. Tandaan mo rin. Ingatan mo rin. Why? Kasi, ang rule dito, the radicand should not be negative. So, non-negative dapat. No? Hindi pwedeng negative ang ibig sabihin. Kasi, kapag ni-square root mo yung negative, math error ka ngayon, no? Imaginary. Pag kinumpute mo sa calculator, no? Negative math error yan lalabas. Anyways, no? Paano mo ngayon malalaman yung range? So, ang gawin mo dyan, ito, ilabas mo muna. Kasi bawal ang negative eh. Hindi pwede, no? So, ilabas muna natin yung y minus 4. Kailan ba siya hindi magne-negative? Kapag equal sa 4. Kapag equal sa 4 yung y, 4 minus 4, 0. Square root of 0 is 0. Okay lang. Basta hindi negative. Kung 5 naman ito, 5 minus 4, square root of 1, pwede rin kasi hindi naman siya negative. Paano kung 3? Positive 3 itong y. So, 3 minus 4. ilan yon? 3 minus 4, that's negative 1. Hindi na pwede. J na sagot or I. Square root of negative 1. Imaginary. Okay. Y minus 4, ang kailangan natin dito, dapat yan greater than or equal to 0. Yun lang ang pwede. 4 and greater than 4. Tama? Itong radicand. By the way, review lang, no? Yung symbol na ito, we call this a radical symbol. Radical sign, or radical symbol. Okay? Yung nasa loob niyan, let's say, yung nandun sa loob ng radical symbol, we call this as radicand. Okay? Yung root naman, ang tawag natin dyan, index, no? Tawag natin sa cube root, fourth root, fifth root, square root, and so on. Okay, ito, inequalities. Y minus 4 dapat must be greater than or equal to 0. So, by solving the inequality, we have y greater than or equal to, transpose to the other side, that is positive 4. So, what is now the range? The range is all real numbers greater than or equal to 4. Okay, or let's say the set of all y's such that y is greater than or equal to 4. So, ganyan mo siya isulat. Again, yung bracket is the set. Y is, ngayon, the set of all y's. Yan. Yung bar, vertical line is such that. Mas maganda kasing tingnan pag ganyan, no? Pero pwede rin naman yung isusulat mo, all real numbers greater than or equal to 4. Okay lang doon. Acceptable yon, no? Okay, so, dalawa na yung nakita nyo. Pag nakita kayo ng polynomial, ano siya, all real numbers agad ang sagot, no? Kapag naman nakakita ka ng radical, ingatan mo kasi baka 0. So, sigurado may restriction. I-solve mo ngayon kung ano yung maging restriction niya. Okay, in this case, inequate natin dito sa 0. Okay? So, iniwasan lang natin yung maging negative yung radicand. Okay? And one more thing, baka makalimutan. Kapag nakakita ka ng function na merong denominator, okay? Bakit? Kasi yung denominator baka maging 0. And any number divided by 0, undefined. Hindi rin pwede yon. So, yun ang magiging restrictions mo, no? Okay, so hindi na ako magsusolve nun. Pero yun yun, pag nakakita ka ng polynomial, all real numbers, kapag nakakita ng radical symbol, solve mo muna yung radicand para makita mo yung restrictions. And kapag nakakita ka ng fractions or may denominator, make sure na hindi rin siya 0. Kung mag-0, yun yung magiging restriction mo. Okay? Yes. So, we go to classification of function. Okay? Function. Yung function, nahati yan into 2. Okay? Algebraic and the transcendental. Okay. Then, yung algebraic naman, nahati pa rin to sa dalawa. Rational and irrational. Irrational. Yung transcendental, ganun din. Meron din yung dalawang class. Ang tawag natin doon is the elementary transcendental function, and other one is the higher transcendental functions. Yung rational, nahati pa rin to into 2. Ang tawag natin dyan is the integral and the fractional. Okay? Fractional. Yung elementary, ganun din. We have here the inverse, trigonometric muna, unahin natin. Okay, there you go. That's trigonometric. trigonometric and the inverse trigonometric. Isa naman is the exponential and the logarithmic. Okay. So, ito, mapapag-usapan natin to sa pag-aaral natin ng calculus, differential calculus. No? Okay, so let me give you examples, more examples dito sa functions. Okay? Function. Okay, let's say problem number 1. Madali lang, no? Okay, let's say number 1. Problem number 1. If f of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4, find, okay, ito na lang, find, A is, let's say, f of 0, B, f of negative 1, and C, f of 2. Okay, simple lang to. So, solution. So, copy muna yung ating function, x squared plus 3x minus 4. This is for A, no? And A will use this one, f of 0, no? F of 0. F of 0. So, our input is 0. So, kapag nakakita ng 0, lagay natin lahat doon sa mga x. 0 square plus 3 times 0 minus 4. F of 0 is 0 plus 0 minus 4 is equal to negative 4. So, that is your answer. Okay, for B, f of negative 1, at first, you copy the function. So, x squared plus 3x minus 4. So, we have here f of negative 1. So, plug in the value, substitute the value, negative 1 squared plus 3 times negative 1 minus 4. Okay? F of negative 1 is equal to 1 squared is 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 and minus 4. So, f of negative 1 is equal to negative 6. Okay? Yes, negative 6. So, this is your answer. Okay? F of 2 for letter C. F of 2. Okay, C, f of 2. Okay, is equal to x squared. X squared. Copy muna pala, no? So, we have here f of x. Okay. So, f of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4. Then, we solve for f of 2. 2 squared plus 3 times 2 minus 4. So, f of 2 is equal to 4 plus 6 minus 4. So, f of 2 is equal to 6. 4 minus 4 is 0, so plus 6. So, this is your answer. Easy, no? Easy. Yes. Easy. Okay, let's have another one. Yung medyo easy din. So, we have here problem number 2. Let's say, okay, h of y is equal to, let's say, ano ba magandang variable na gamitin? Z na lang, Z. Z minus Z square all over 1 plus Z square. Okay? We find, say, h of tangent, gamitin natin. Tangent x na lang, no? Tangent x. Pwede yan. H of tangent x. Okay? Sorry, this is, palitan natin to. Mali pala yung aking ginamit. This one. So, let me erase this. Oops. So, let's change this to z. H of z. Dapat. Or y minus y squared. So, erase natin yan. Palitan natin ng variables. Okay, basta ganun ang technique or yung steps na susundan. First, you analyze the problem. Ano ba yung nahanap? Siyempre, para maganda yung solution mo, tingnan mo muna kung ano yung sulat mo muna yung function. Then saka mo i-substitute yung input. No? Okay? So, ito na lang. H of y is equal to y minus y square all over 1 plus y square. Okay? Then find h of tangent x. So, for the solution, syempre, sabi ko nga, h of y, effort points din to, no? Y minus y square all over 1 plus y square. So, what is h of tangent x? So, ibig sabihin, plug in daw the value or substitute the value which is tangent x to y. No? So, that is tangent x minus tangent x square all over 1 plus tangent x square. Or parehas lang din ito, tangent x minus tangent square of x all over 1 plus tangent square of x. Here, pwede mo rin itong i-simplify. Hindi pa plus simplify ang tawag doon, no? So, ano yun? Factoring. Okay? Pwede mo itong i-factor out the tangent x. So, factor out tangent x. So, tangent x times quantity 1 minus tangent x. Bakit? Kasi nilabas ko yung tangent dito, ang tira sa kanya ay 1. Nilabas ko yung isang tangent sa kanya, dalawa yan. So, may natirang isa. Ayun na. No? Okay, so, 1 plus tangent square of x. Now, hindi pa po yan tapos. So, recall from your trigonometry that tangent x is equal to sine x over cosine x. And 1 plus tangent square x is equal to secant square x. And secant x is also 1 over cosine x. Okay? So, tandaan yan. So, here, h of, tuloy natin yung problem, h of tangent x is equal to, plug in here the sine over cosine, so tangent, sine x over cosine x, multiplied by 1 minus sine x over cosine x. Okay? Then all over, and we know that 1 plus tangent square x is this, secant square of x. Then h of tangent x is equal to sine x over cosine x times, get the LCD, this common denominator, it's cosine x divided by 1, cosine x times 1, and that is cosine x. Cosine x over cosine x is 1. Okay? Here, cosine x divided by cosine x is 1, multiplied by sine x, we have here the sine of x. Okay? Then, all over secant square x. And secant x is 1 over cosine, but this time naka-square, so 1 square over cosine x square, or that is 1 over cosine square of x. Okay? So, tuloy natin here. So, we have here that h of tangent x is now equal to sine x cosine x times the quantity cosine x minus sine x all over cosine x. Then this 1 over cosine square x para maging multiplication, multiply inverse natin. So that is cosine square x over 1. O, pwede mo isulat ang 1, pwedeng hindi. Okay? So here, as you can see, cosine square x divided by yung nasa babang dalawang cosine. Cosine x times cosine x is cosine square x. So, cosine square x sa baba, cosine square x sa taas. Cancel. Okay? Then, ano yung natira? H of tangent x is equal to sine x times cosine x minus sine x. Okay? So, this is now your answer. Okay? Ang importante dito is yung nakita nyo kanina, no? The tangent is equal to sine over cosine. 1 plus tangent square x is secant square x, and 1 over cosine x is secant x. So, the rest, algebra na lang yung ginamit, no? Okay, so let's have another one dito sa problem ng function. Okay, problem number 3. Okay, if say g of x is equal to cosine of x, find g of pi minus y. Yan. Okay, for the solution, g of x is equal to cosine x. Then, g of pi minus y. So, yun ang solve natin, ano? So, ang input natin is the pi minus y. So, cosine pi minus y. Looks familiar, no? Ito, looks familiar. Ano yun? Okay? Yes, difference of two angles. O, yun sa trigonometry natin, ano? Sum and difference of two angles. So, recall, isama na natin yung sine and tangent. So, from sine, let's say we have here a two angles, A plus B, okay, A plus B, is equal to sine A cosine B plus cosine A cosine B. Okay? So, kapag sum of two angles, tapos sine, sin cos plus cosine. Okay, mali pala yun. Cosine ito, no? So, this is sine. Sin cos plus cosine. Okay? Sine B. Okay. So, ulit, no? Sine A plus B is equal to sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B. Sin cos cosine. Okay? Now, kapag naman itong positive sign dito, yan, naging minus. Let's say sine A minus B. Ganito pa rin yan except itong sign dito magbabago. O kapag ginamit mo is negative, negative din yan. So, sine A minus B is equal to sine A cosine B minus cosine A sine B. Okay? Next is cosine A plus B. That is equal to cosine A times cosine B minus sine A sine B. And that is cos sin sin. Okay? So kapag naman itong plus, ang nakita mo dito is negative or minus, cosine A minus B, ganito pa rin yan, except dito sa minus, magiging plus to. So ang mangyari dyan is cosine A minus B is equal to cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. Cos sin sin. Okay. How about the tangent A plus B? Tangent A plus B is equal to tangent A plus tangent B all over 1 minus tangent A tangent B. Kapag ito ay negative, tangent A minus B equals tangent A, ito magiging negative. Ito magiging positive. So, yan ay tangent A minus B is equal to tangent A minus tangent B all over 1 plus tangent A tangent B kung negative. Okay? So, paki-remember this formula again kasi alam ko na-memorize nyo na yan before. Yes? Or kung gumamit kayo ng index card during your trigonometry, I suggest if you are going to take the board exam, i-memorize mo yan kasi hindi allow doon ang mga cheat sheet, no? Mga notes or mga index card. So, yan. I hope ma-memorize mo. Madali lang naman. Madali naman siya kabisahin like this. Sin. Sin, cos, cos, sin. Cosine. Cos, cos, sin, sin. Ganun lang. Sa tangent, what's tangent? Tan, tan over 1 tan, tan. Okay? So, ganun lang, no? Okay. So, ang kailangan natin dito is the cosine A minus B. Okay? So, difference of two angles yung may cosine. Okay? So, tuloy natin to. G of pi minus y is equal to cosine of pi, no? Yung A dito is the pi. Yung B is the y. Okay. So, cosine y. So, since negative yan, positive ito. So, positive sine pi and times sine y. Okay. So, what is cosine pi? Cosine pi is negative 1. And sine pi is 0. Okay? So, maganda rin to. Alam mo na to kasi basic naman to. Cosine pi negative 1. Sine pi is 0. Don't you worry, no? Sa board exam naman, allowed naman ang calculator and calculator naman natin ay may mga function. So, kaya mong mag-compute doon. Kasi cosine pi. Pindot lang yan. 2 pindot lang yan. Alam mo rin. 3 pala. Sa may equals, no? Okay, so, pero ito mga basic na to dapat alam na natin yan. No? Negative 1 for cosine pi and sine pi 0. So, g of pi minus y is equal to negative 1 times cosine y is negative cosine y. Yes. Then 0 times sine y, 0 times any number is 0. O, gusto mo, isulat mo. Pwede naman. Okay? G of pi minus y is equal to negative cosine y. O, yan. Your final answer. So, g of pi minus y is minus cosine y. The final answer. So, again, ang importante dito, so nakita nyo, yung function di siya mahirap, no? Kasi wala mahirap dito. Kailangan lang, alam mo pa rin yung mga pinagdaanan mong mathematics before. So, dito yung trigonometry natin. So, itong sum and difference of two angles. So, dapat alam din natin yung mga itong tatlo na to. Yan, di ba? Madali lang naman yan i-memorize. Okay? So, the rest ng mga problems, halos ganun din. More on, parang algebra rin lang ang dating. Nagkaroon lang nitong mga trigonometric functions. But then again, ganun lang din siya i-solve. Easy lang din. Ano? Easy. Okay? So, let me end this video. And yung next video natin is about theorems on limits. So, medyo madami to. So, kailangan natin itong matutunan kasi dito na tayo magsisimula ng ating differentiation. Ano? Okay? If you learned something from this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with others, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Thank you for watching.